What's up? Oh my god, my voice cracked right there. What's up, YouTube? I'm your host, Flamo. How you guys doing today? Today's video, you guys are going to like this one. This is a special video. The title of this video that we're going to be checking out is Violent Backstory of the Rudest diss track, Abzsav Tables Turn. Now, if you guys haven't checked out my reaction on Abzsav Tables Turn, make sure you guys go check it out. That's probably one of the most disrespectful songs we have ever checked out on this UK drill scene, and it's insane, man. So make sure you guys go check it out. But with that being said, we're gonna check out how it was made, the backstory behind it, what really happened, and just all about it. So this is gonna be a good one. Now, if you guys are new to the channel, feel free to hit the subscribe button for me. We're on the road to 3K subscribers. I love you guys so much. Get me to 3K so I can do this giveaway for y'all. And with that being said, let's dive right into this video, man. Let's go.
Going wild right
Love
now.
you guys,
After
man.
a West London rapper called Absav dropped probably the rudest 3 songs to ever come out. In
Nah,
today's video,
he definitely did,
we're
man.
going into the
Definitely.
backstory of these 3 diss tracks, which will clear up a lot about why they are so violent. Let's get into it.
Alright, we're back, guys.
So if you're not up to date, like I said before, West London rapper Absav just dropped 3 of the rudest diss tracks that ever come out. So rude and disrespectful that it's even opening the question of if dissing the dead should be illegal. Now I know a couple of you guys probably have not
Is
heard
that
the song,
bad?
so I put them on the screen now. But we'll be
Yeah, Tables Turn. Yeah, hands down one of the most disrespectful songs we heard. I mean, we was just going nuts off that video. Like, it was just crazy. You guys need to check it out, man, for real. Because that thing was just insane, bro. Ah! No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Behind all of this. So the rapper who
I'm just
dropped
acting
these
out
tunes
now.
is a
I'm
rapper
acting
called
out.
Absav, who's from an area called Norfolk at the edge of West London. And from a rapper called Absav.
Bro, this is Absav. No freaking way. This is Absav, bro. No freaking way. Bro. And this is why, guys, you should never mess with the nerds in your school, bro. This is why. The nerds in your school, you know, the people that talk about, you know, the nerds in your school, like when they have the glasses and they bring the, you know, the Nintendos from home and all they do is talk about Pokemon. Bro, those people, you'd be surprised. They come out to be some of the most successful ones. And who would have known the most disrespectful one of the most disrespectful UK drill artists was to look like a nerd, bro. Like, no shade, Absav, no disrespect to you. I'm just saying, like, you know, like, looks can be deceiving. You know, that's why you should never judge a book by its cover. You get what I'm saying? So, nothing but respect to you, Absav. You know, I'm just...
Who's from
That's
an
all I'm
area
saying,
called
man.
Norfolk at the edge of West London. And from the outside in, it doesn't look like the worst area. But Norfolk is home to Absav's gang, N Gang. N Gang is also part of a bigger gang across the London borough of Ealing, which is a collective of members from towns in Ealing called Southall, Greenford, and of course Norfolk. The reason they're called 156 is because the areas covered in the gang are UB1, UB5, and UB6 postcodes. 156 beef quite a lot of West London, especially its surrounding areas, but they are mainly into it with a gang from Rayners Lane, which is a 7-minute drive from Norfolk where Absav is from. But 156 are better known for their feud with another gang from West London called CGM, which is infamously the gang of the big rapper Digga D. And
Digga D is part of CGM. We checked out Digga D. That's crazy. We're gonna have to check out his gang in the
despite
future,
the beef
man.
between Rayners Lane and 156 being more personal, most people are probably familiar with CGM and 156 issues, mainly just because CGM are much more well known than Rayners Lane, with CGM rapper Digga D hitting mainstream type of views on his songs, and other members like Rack 5 and Horrid 1 hitting decent numbers as well. But a big reason to do with CGM's blow up on the scene was actually to do with 156. CGM burst onto the scene around 2016 to 17 under their old group's name 1011, and they blew up faster than
we heard of
any other
1011
group at the time, gaining millions upon millions of views in some of their first songs as a group. But one of the main reasons for CGM's blow up was due to a murder which took place in the beef between Rayners Lane and 156 on April.
Bro, imagine blowing up to a murder. In other words, that's like saying you can become rich, but you just gotta kill somebody. Like, is that even worth it, bro? Like, YouTube, my apologies for even saying that word. It's just, YouTube, please do not demonetize me, man. This is just entertainment purposes, man. And if you guys I don't know, man, like I said, some stuff I have to be careful what I say because
April 11th,
can't get demonetized,
2017,
you know?
a 156 member called T-Wiz barely even just walked out of his Norfolk home until he was approached by two Rainers Lane members. T-Wiz was heard arguing with the two Rainers Lane members before he was stabbed in his stomach. The two attackers then fled the scene, and sadly, T-Wiz died later that day. CGM blew up a lot on the early songs due to this death, with CGM mocking him in every song, making the name T-Wiz a well-known name in the UK just off his death. CGM even mocked T-Wiz so
this dude is known because of his death, and people uses his name to dip.
much that members
That's
were even
unbelievable. That is
in any future songs.
Just imagine him looking above right now, like, wow, this is how I became famous.
And him and the other guy actually managed to beat the murder
I want to thank Snap Sports. Without this, wouldn't be possible. Appreciate you guys very much.
case due to self-defense. After beating the case, T-Rose then went on to make a drill song about the murder, while also recreating the scene of the murder in the music video. And even while years went by, after T-Wiz recreating the scene of the murder in the music video.
Bro. Y'all, what gets more disrespectful than that? What gets more disrespectful than this? You're recreating a scene where somebody lost their life.
And even while years went by after T-Wiz's murder, 156 members were still out to get him. T-Rose moved around 3 hours from London to a small town called Telford. 156 caught wind of this and rid out 3 hours to Telford, caught T-Rose and shot him to death. 3 years after the murder of T-Wiz. 2 hours before T-Rose's death on the 13th of October. Back in London, another batch of 156 members were also driving around Hayes with a shotgun and revolver, looking for members of another rival gang to 156 called Purple Haze. When they spotted some...
Hey, that's how you know it's serious. If they have access to guns, because you know, like in UK, I heard you guys, you guys mostly have like machetes and stuff like that. But if they have access to weapons, like these people... man, you gonna need a miracle.
Someone who allegedly had links to the gang, called Shaq. The members in the car then proceeded to shoot Shaq multiple times with the revolver, sadly killing him on the scene. The car was then dumped, doused with petrol, and burnt a few miles away from the shooting. 5 people have been charged with this murder so far, including a 13-year-old boy, but are yet to go to trial. Absav mentioned...
What the excuse my language, but what the fuck did he just say,
so
bro?
far, including a 13-year-old boy, but are yet to...
You going outside, bro. You're going outside. The 23-year-old dude, you're going outside. Bro, you gonna let a whole kid, this is a whole boy, his nut is barely dropped, okay? He's barely growing hair, you know where. Bro. But then again, it does say, oh shoot, my phone, damn. My bad, guys. But then again, it says right here he was gunned down, so I understand that too. But like, dude, what? Imagine that's how you lose your life, man. Wow, bro, that is. And for the little kid too, that's sad. Like, you really messed up your life, dude. Like, you're still young, dude. Like.
To go to trial.
You're never even gonna experience what it's like driving a car, bro.
In his Table Turns 1 song, saying 24 hours 2 got dropped. And even at the start of his second diss track, he mocks T-Rose by pretending he's a skeleton. The reason for this was because of second diss song, saying 24 hours 2 got dropped. And even at the start of his second diss track, he mocks T-Rose by pretending he's a skeleton. The reason for this was because a couple...
Bro, this makes sense now. This makes a whole lot. Guys, look at my reaction to Abzsav Tables Turn and come back to this video. If you haven't seen it, go check that out before you check out this video. This makes sense now. That was T-Wiz he was dissing. Wow. And it's like what he said in the video. T Wiz is pretty much known because, you know, he's brought up in disses and stuff. Wow.
CGM member Horrid
Wow. Oh, wow.
See, a year before the double murder of Shaq and T Rose, the tables were very much turned in this feud. Now, if you listen to CGM rapper Digga D's tunes, you'll probably hear or see him mentioning a guy called JoJo. Or you might have seen him with a diamond ring with the words Free JoJo engraved in it. Well, JoJo was a Rainers Lane member who was getting into it heavy with 156. So much that the feds had to relocate him more than an hour away from Rainers Lane to East London and Ilford to keep him out of trouble after he caught a couple cases. But unfortunately, this didn't stop him from getting into it with 156.
I mean, of course not. He's gonna do whatever he wants.
18th, 2017. On this day, JoJo left his Ilford home carrying a black motorcycle helmet at 4:45 p.m. and got a train from Ilford to Norfolk, territory of the 156 gang. He then met up with 3 friends, and around 10 p.m. with 2 mopeds and shanks, they started to circle around Norfolk looking for 156 members. Unfortunately, on some bad timing, some affiliates of 156 just happened to grab some drinks from a shop and were heading back to their friend's house to enjoy their Saturday night. When they got to a road called Newnham Close in Norfolk, which was the same road their friend T Wiz happened to be stabbed to death a few months back, JoJo and his friends spotted the group and jumped off their mopeds to try to catch up to them. The 156 group split up and started running for their lives. But once JoJo and his friends got back on their mopeds looking for the group, they managed to spot an 18-year-old called Jason Isaacs in a dead end separated from his group, which resulted with Jason being stabbed 8 times from a sword and machete. Jason managed to get himself to a friend's house and eventually to a hospital, but a few days later, sadly...
Bro, dude said a sword. Yo, people really think we back in the freaking the Knights age, bro. You know what I'm talking about? Like how back then, you know, they had like the knights and stuff like that. Bro, dude's really living a Roman Empire fantasy, bro.
He was pronounced dead. The mopeds from the attack were dumped but later recovered by police, and once the forensic team investigated them, JoJo's blood was discovered on one of the bikes. Only that, but when the feds pulled up to JoJo's house, they recovered the same puffer jacket, hoodie and helmet which was shown on the CCTV from the attack. JoJo was eventually charged with the murder, but the only issue was that there was 3 more people to catch. The evidence was crazy on JoJo, but the feds didn't want him just to go down for the murder. But JoJo refused to testify against his friends, and ultimately was sentenced to life with a minimum of 20 years. Just like T Wiz, Jay was heavily mocked in songs, mainly from Rainers Lane members, with no type of remorse for the 2 young lives which were lost. And you could tell mentally this really took a toll on Abzsav, who had just lost 2 of his friends. In the recent interview he just done with Fumes the Engineer, he talks about how people were dissing his friends for years. And back then, for a lot of people, it was all fun and games, without anyone realizing that certain guys actually lost a friend in real life. He goes on to say that the reason he called these diss tracks Tables Turn, because he was just replying to all the disses his gang has been getting for years. And when we actually look at the lyrics of his Tables Turn songs, you can see that a lot of disses actually go lyric to lyric with the same disses opposition gangs have said previously, but obviously just changed up to fit the agenda of his gang. But despite all of this, some people still think Abzsav went too overboard, talking about a lot of sensitive situations.
Nah,
like
Abzsav just like, you can tell that Abzsav was like, he was just going mad, bro. Like if this dude just lost it all and he's letting everything out like that. That was an insane song, man.
Dying. He then even goes into dissing big UK drill rapper Russ by pretty much saying CGM can't try what they done to Russ.
Just to let you guys know as well too, we do gotta mute the video a little bit because of copyright, so I'm just letting you guys know ahead of time.
Drill rapper Russ also dissed AP's mum in the group chat between Russ and CGM members. At the time, Russ was cool with CGM, mainly because his right hand, another drill rapper called Taze, is cousins with a couple CGM members. After dissing AP's mum, Russ had the show, but after decided to go to CGM's block, thinking he's still cool with them. But the tables turned and CGM members robbed Russ for his chain. For a period of time, it seemed like 156 and Russ were cool though, with a 156 member called Nito MB, even featuring on a remix of Russ's hit single 630. But once the song came out, Nito started demanding all over his socials that he wants the song to be taken down, which it eventually was. But despite these CGM and Russ disses, it's clear that Rainers Lane was the biggest his focal point on these songs, with countless disses towards them, mentioning situations like a double shooting on Raina's Lane members in 2018, or when 5156 members ran into a kebab shop and shot at a couple Raina's Lane members in 2020. But one of the most painful disses was on a situation that took place quite recently, on the 11th of June 2021. A 15-year-old Raina's Lane member who went by the name J Taps was on his way to school around 8:30 in the morning when he unfortunately bumped into a 156 member. In video footage, which is way too graphic to post on here, you can see the two get into a tussle, which ended with J Taps being stabbed multiple times and soaked in the blood of Paul in his own school clothes. This was literally broad daylight in front of herds of kids making their way towards school. After the stabbing, the kid ran away from the scene, with even builders who are working on the site nearby trying to catch up to the kid until the police came. A 156 member called Slims is currently awaiting trial for this murder, who was also only 15 and was making his way to school, which is crazy to think that this feud is running so deep that school kids from each side are turning on each other. In Abzav's second diss track, he even to give you a
Hey man, all I'm gonna say, guys, wow, this makes a lot of sense now. Like, he broke it down and it makes a lot of sense, because like I said, if you look back at it, dude, Abzsav is just going crazy. Like, why? This makes sense. I always thought, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, nobody is in the right here, okay? Everybody is wrong. Everybody that's in the game, they're gonna do something bad, you know. But in this situation, Abzsav is not the enemy I thought he was, even though he is you get what I'm saying? Like, the reason why he dropped all this was because people kept talking on his group and his name and stuff like that, and he just got tired, so he retaliated back. So I see, you know, makes a lot of sense now, man. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, man. If you reached to the end of this video, thank you guys so much. And with that being said, it's your boy Flamo. Tune into the next video. I love you guys so much, and I'll catch you guys later.